All right, guys. Well, as you can see, we have the new cutter head here. Prinoth, I believe is how you pronounce it, right? You know me and how to pronounce things. Hyundai, whatever. Prinoth, I believe, is how it's properly pronounced. It's right here. So, I don't know if I'm going to get into all this right now, but we'll just kind of see how this goes. So, as you can see, we got a new cutter head. This is through Net Equipment. Big thanks to them, guys. Be sure to check them out. Check out their website, their dealers. They have dealers South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Texas. Check them out, guys. Instagram, check out their website, Facebook, you know, all that kind of stuff. So huge thanks to those guys. So right now we do not have our Fecon trap door. Fecon needed it for a demo, and that's all I'm really gonna say right now about it. You know, I still, we don't have everything Fecon we have right now belongs to us. It's ours. So there's no sponsorship currently right now with Fecon. But you know, I was telling our guys over at Ned about, all right, so what we were saying is, I don't remember what I was saying. Something about this cutter head. So we basically have, we're not working directly with Prinoth. This is through Net Equipment. So just wanted to clarify that with some people in case they were wondering. You know, I'm still a huge strong believer in Fecon. But you know, we're gonna give this thing a shot, see how it goes. I just got all the hoses, just got all the fittings put on here for the high flow. This is the case drain right here, and we're gonna hook it up and spool her up, see how she runs. It is, I wish I knew more about this thing. Honestly, I don't know a lot about it. I was doing some measuring here, but the cutting width, I believe, is 74 or 76. Sorry, bear with me. So cutting width is, yeah, 74 inches. The overall width is, let's see here, 87. And my skid steer is like 76 inches wide. So it is going to stick out a little bit on each side, very similar to how the Fecon Blackhawk was. A couple things just kind of here off the bat that I'm seeing. Looks like they run a carbide on the outside edges right here. That's interesting. I can't turn it. Maybe go backwards. No, that's all I can do. But their teeth, it's not a reversible tooth. This is just a one-sided tooth, and you sharpen from the bottom, from this side here. You actually turn your grinder upside down and touch it up from this side. These are depth controlled rings right here. So as say this was going to get chewed up, the material is going to hit that first, and then as this comes around, it's only going to take a slice. So DCR, depth controlled ring. That's what Fecon calls theirs. I'm not sure the technical term of theirs. It's kind of a industry standard DCR, depth controlled ring. But yeah, I'm not sure how many teeth there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. Fecon have like 30, and I believe this has like 34 or something like that. But yeah, just kind of checking it out here, guys. I do like these gusset pins. I don't know if that's correct terminology for it, but I do like how I like those right there, how it's not welded, you know, a direct weld. You can unbolt that, lower it down, raise it up. Looks like you could even completely remove it if you needed to or wanted to. One thing I did notice, that all this is very smooth right here. On our Fecon, we have it's almost like serrated here on this edge, and use that to help hook trees and sling them in. I do like these bars in the middle. Our last one had those Thecon, but guys, just gotta bear with me. I'm gonna be referring to Thecon a lot here, just because that's what I've known for years. I've run several different heads. I run FAE, I run Tennessee Moth, Lofness. I have not run a different head other than Thecon in a long time, so just bear with me. I know I'm going to be referring to them quite a bit, but so it looks like here's a grease zerk right here. Looks like the outer bearing, the outside of the bearing there, but yeah, it's I wonder what the weight is on it. I was curious about that. I saw the thing on it. Let's see here. Does not say weight. I am gonna look that up because I'm curious how much it weighs. It does look a little, you know, there's not as much steel on this one as our other bull hogs. Once again, referring to Thecon. All right, let's get this thing hooked up. I'm gonna get these forks off where we unloaded it, where the guys unloaded it. And looks like this windshield is very hard to see out of. Oh, mercy. Drop these forks over here real quick. Service on the dozer. But yeah, we're ready to roll. We got a pretty good sized mulching project we're going to start on tomorrow. I think it's right around 4 acres, so you guys have to stay tuned for that. Always do is double check my pins. Bucket, whatever you got, double check your pins. Yep, both pins locked in the cutter head there. Very low profile. I like that. So very low profile from here sitting in the seat. I mean, that's kind of the view I get right there. One thing that I have talked about with a more traditional forestry head, as far as like a bull hog or like your traditional FAE head, they're very long. You know, the rotor is more out here, and you have more of a longer space out here. When you get into finishing, having that length out there, it tends to not have as much ripple in your finishing. Gives you a smoother, finer finish. What I've seen in the past, you know, that could be completely different with this head. That's why I kind of like the longer profile, the bull hog, more your traditional style cutter head, because the longer it is, the flatter you can get things. You know, like a skid steer bucket that's super short, you're gonna have a really hard time backdragging and cutting and finishing off things. But a long profile bucket, it's a lot easier to see. It's a lot farther out there. You can fine tune it a little bit better. So let's get these hoses hooked up, and yeah, let's see here. Hopefully we got them all in the right spot. Let's look right here. the weight, Willie? We just looked it up.
2,513 pounds, I believe.
Okay.
If I got the model right.
It's a whole new world for us.
They only go up from there, so.
Let me get another battery. Battery died. Yeah, once that gets some flex in it and gets hot, this should soften up a little bit. Oh, there's some spring to that. Look at that. Almost looks like a Yankum rope.
Almost.
That right there. I don't know. I wonder if it looks really tight. I don't know. Well, I'll go up there and we'll spool it up. Never want to start the first time off, you know, facing some nice vehicles or anything like that. Never know what could go flying out of there. We've seen tooth break the first start too. Vibrate. Can you see it? Can you hear it?
Need a bottle of water.
Huh?
Bottle of water.
I can feel in here. I don't need no water. All right, so I'm spooling it up, and it's only set at 40 gallons per minute, which that is not the max this machine can go. And can you guys see that? It's vibrating and vibrating pretty good inside the machine here. So I'm gonna shut it down. I'm gonna go through and look at the teeth real quick and just let this thing stop and make sure all of our teeth look good. Something definitely it's only at 40 gallons per minute and it's shaking pretty bad. Yeah, one thing to point out, this is not what they call marrying or tuning the machine, the cutter head to the machine. They will actually take the cover off right here, take this off, and match your RPMs with your flow. It is a process. You can't just take any machine, any head, and just expect it to have 100%. You can use it, it will be fine, but there is a process of turning the flow up or down to match your flow of your machine. So just to note that. But it's just taking a minute to go down. I'm not in front of it. I'm out of dangerous way. And I could not trip and fall into that. So. That Blackhawk would spin forever, it seemed like. I'm curious on the rotor size. The diameter. Because that looks pretty narrow. Like maybe 16, 18 inches. you know, this, you know what I mean? All right, so it's stopped going. There's nobody in here to turn it on or anything. So me and Willie we'll just start right here. Making sure everything's good.
Oh, polished.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't see anything. I started counting them and then I lost count. I was like, okay.
There's no good way to count them. I don't see anything.
Yeah, we're not seeing anything, any kind of issues, but what this probably is what I was talking about, the marrying the machine. So we're gonna get it out in the woods tomorrow and kind of see what it does. I can turn on my ASV, I can change the flow up or down, so I can still go down 5 more points. I can go down to 35 gallons per minute with this. I can bump it down that much, and I can go up to 45 gallons per minute. Carbide on the end, see that?
Yeah,
I like that cover right there. See that for vines? That is nice. Because a lot of times, especially with wisteria, it'll get up in that edge right there, work its way up in there, and it'll start smoking and stuff. I mean, it's not hurting anything. You just got to get it out. Is that that's a liner? Yeah, bolt-on liner, and looks like it does have what it's called, like the breakers in there.
Yeah. Nice. Looks mean.
Spooled up nice. Like, it didn't take much for it to spool up at all. Like there's not a lot of inertia to get it going.
Yeah. Well, it's probably pretty light compared to.
All right, so I just hopped back in the machine here, and on my ASV I can adjust the flow down. So I'm gonna bump it to like 30. I can actually go all the way down to 30 on it. I'm gonna put it at 38 and see what that does. Just curious to see how much, because I don't want to mess anything up. You know, you can put too much on these things. Oh, that's much better. Little bit of vibration. That chirping is hydraulic oil going all the way through. That's much better. So tomorrow, sorry, I'm yelling. So tomorrow what we'll end up doing is I might actually bump this thing down 1 more, just to make sure we're not going to tear anything up. They are coming out next week. Net equipment is coming out, and they're going to tune or marry this cutter head to our ASV. Make sure we're at the right pressures, the right setting. You know, we're not going to hurt or damage anything. If I was running at 45 or max or whatever, I could tear something up. But I'm going to keep it down low right now and make sure we're not going to mess anything up, you know. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this little video here, and hopefully next video will be out in the woods mulching with this thing. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching the videos, and be sure to check out Net Equipment, guys. Can't thank them enough, and I'm anxious to see this thing, to see this cutter head run. So have a good one, y'all.